Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just started growing it out, months ago, and
It's easy for you, right?
yeah. Well, I am half Italian, so I can grow a beard overnight. It's kind of scary. But yeah, so what I end up doing is I said, when I get a good reason to cut it off, I will. Until then, I'm just going to keep it going, and it's driving everybody I know crazy, but that's okay.
Oh, I live with bearded people. I know what it's like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So what? I don't care.
So you want to know about BlankFest, huh?
I don't even notice them on people like that you know. It's people that like you. I notice it on, but like I don't understand how Yvonne even notices it.
Oh, she notices. Ask her.
I will, because like when you're around somebody all the time, you kind of like just don't even think that they have it.
Well, at one point she said, "I like what you're doing. I think it's kind of I like the scruffy thing." And I'm like,
"Oh, when it was like that little hipster."
Right.
But now this is hipster now.
Oh, this I think it's beyond hipster.
No. Go to Williamsburg.
It's full on hipster.
Yeah, full on. Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Something I don't want to be.
Oh, don't worry. Talk about BlankFest because you're very,
I will.
very, 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 very valuable human.
Why? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. God, yeah. Years ago, I used to read about people freezing to death on the sidewalks of the greatest city in the world, New York City. And I decided at one point there was 3 things I wanted to do on Christmas Eve. One of them was sit with an old friend, his dad, who had become incapacitated because of a stroke, and just hang out with him all night long because his kids weren't around that much anymore. Oh, and the other one was go to a children's ward in a hospital and just entertain the kids on Christmas morning. Yes. And then the third thing was to go around and hand out blankets to the homeless. So I did end up staying up with my friend Jay's father. Never did get to the children's ward.
I'm doing that this.
Oh, you are?
Well, I'm doing something for children and mothers that are victims of domestic violence. On Christmas Day, I'm playing for something.
Oh, that's neat.
You can do it too.
You know what? I may take you up on that offer.
Yeah,
Let's
I'll
see
look you up.
if my family doesn't want me. That's always a.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go. But no, that's always a possibility.
You go to the family after.
That's true. I could probably.
Whatever.
Well, I got 2 families now.
BlankFest.
Yes.
BlankFest, you do. So.
Well, anyway, back in 1996, I went to all my friends and I said, just give me whatever spare blankets you have. And I was living outside the city at the time, and I drove in with an acquaintance. Wasn't even really a close friend, just somebody who wanted to go with me. And we just started handing out blankets to the homeless, and there was such a head rush that the next year I wanted to do it. And all my friends.
And now, how many years later is this?
Well, now this is after 1996. Here it is coming up on. This is the 19th year we're doing it because.
Wow.
Yeah. In '97, we didn't have any friends with blankets, so we ended up throwing together a show where.
Putting the homeless on a plane and sending them to Miami.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, and we gave them Baghdadi CDs, and they ran far, far away. But no, seriously, we had the show, and we collected 40 blankets the first year.
Look at that.
And then the second year we had 70, and we just kept going.
Cool.
Nice little exponential growth. And then the Daily News ran a really nice article about us in 2006, and somebody read the online article in the UK, and then when the Baghdadios were touring England in 2007, somebody...
Brought you blankets?
No, someone met us at the Nottingham train station and said, we want to do a BlankFest in England.
Oh, nice.
And then somebody in Canada read about the Nottingham effort and said, we want to know how you do this. And they said, well, yeah, actually, the guy's only 12 hours away. And one day I got a phone. I was working at EMI, Capitol Records at the time. I got a phone call at my office late at night from some woman up in Toronto, in Guelph, outside of Toronto. And so they put the first BlankFest Canada, and Canada's going strong. We've got them in now Vancouver, Montreal, Toronto.
How cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of neat.
Good for you, Ken. So today happens to be December 16th, and it's National Anything Covered in Chocolate Day. So we have a whole bunch of different things covered in chocolate for our guests today. Yes, I don't think it gets much better than that.
I mean, num-nums.
Yeah. It's also the day that when President Clinton was around, it's the day he named his Labrador Buddy.
Sweet.
This was the day that he named Buddy. It's the day that Davy Jones, the monkey, was charged with a DWI. I kind of like that. I don't like that he did that, but it just humanizes people. I mean, come on, he's just a regular guy.
I've been humanized a lot.
Yeah, it's the day that Shannon Doherty was fired from Beverly Hills 90210. Yes, And I'm sure she deserved it. I love her, but she's a badass, that Shadow.
Did you ever see the movie? It's with Henry Winkler and with Michael Keaton. It's called Night Shift.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because Shelley Long is in it, and
Shannon Doherty in it.
She was a little Girl Scout. She was 12 years old in this one scene, and she beat Henry Winkler up. Her and her girlfriend beat him up with a box of cookies.
Aww.
She was like 11 or 12.
Today, the spokesperson for The Who announced that the band is disbanding, and that was in 1983.
It would be renamed
So,
The Whom.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Who? I know, exactly.
Becomes Abbott Costello.
The first broadcast, I'm so glad you're here, of One Day at a Time was on this day.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was important for you.
Before she dated me.
Yeah, this is the day that it was the first episode in 1975.
Wow.
O.J. Simpson on this day, when he was a nice man, or at least publicly, before the Kardashians were born.
Oh my.
Yes, because O.J. made them who they are today.
Unfortunately.
It's all because of O.J.
That was the biggest casualty.
Kardashian
That was the
stuff.
biggest casualty, though.
Yeah, but this day, O.J. Simpson, in 1973, becomes the first NFLer to rush 2,000 yards in a season.
You probably did it against the Jets, I bet.
Rush.
Yeah.
Don McLean's 8-minute version of American Pie was released on this day, and the world was changed from that. War is over. If you want it, Happy Christmas from John and Yoko posters began appearing on this day. The Beatles released Everywhere It's Christmas in the UK. I guess it was only Christmas in the UK.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix Experience releases its first single, Hey Joe, in the UK on this day.
Nice.
This is terrible, but I thought it was important because things like this happen. TWA.
Oh,
Is that still around, TWA? Is that even an airline anymore?
I don't think so.
I don't think any of the... And United? Is United an airline anymore?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I don't even know what's like airlines anymore. They all changed or merged. TWA and United merged, unfortunately. They collided over Staten Island.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Does anyone... in 1960? You
Well, no,
remember
I
that?
don't remember that.
Yeah, 134 people died.
Holy Christ.
I know. Terrible. The first White House press conference ever was today. President Eisenhower and 161 reporters.
I remember that.
1953. Truman proclaims a state emergency against communist imperialism.
I remember that too.
That sounds like the debate last night.
Yeah.
Exactly. I feel like history is repeating itself. I know. John Monk's Fred Finkelhoff's Brother Rat premiered in New York City. I just love the name of that, Brother Rat.
What year?
1936.
I remember that.
When rats were really very, very scarce.
And they weren't-
Not like today.
No, not where there's one for every person in the
Yeah,
New York City subway
at
system.
least. Jack Dempsey knocked out Carl Morris on this day in 14 seconds.
Wow.
Remember that?
I remember that, yeah. I was so high
that
that
was 1918.
1918, yeah.
You look good, man.
I've been very well preserved. I owe to
Albert
Jack Daniels.
Einstein, remember him?
Oh,
He
yeah.
published the general theory of relativity on this day.
I have all his albums.
Albert Einstein.
He's great.
It's the day that Charlie Chaplin began his film career at Keystone for $150 a week.
I was there.
That's when $150 a week was like money.
I was the best boy there.
Now it's
Still
rent.
is to me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind making $150 a week.
Now it's rent.
Yeah.
Well, for
Not in New York
for
City.
your toe. Exactly.
It's not even a storage
It's
space.
not even rent for a car. First U.S. postage stamp picturing an airplane, 20-cent parcel post, was on this day.
What
Go
year?
away.
What year?
Oh my God, I hate these phones.
So do I.
I know, but I love it, but I hate it. And I'm
Mhm.
trying to save papers because I had too much paper from these. So I'm trying to be green.
Okay.
So what year was that of the stamp?
Yeah, first year.
The stamp was 1912.
I remember that.
Eugene Farrar is the first person to sing ever on the radio, and it was in the Brooklyn Navy Yard in New York.
Wow.
New York. There's nothing like New York.
And he sang Happy Birthday to
The
me.
Brooklyn Navy Yard, isn't that like now the Barclays Center? I don't know, somewhere like that. Variety magazine, Variety, was covering all phases of show business, was first published ever on this day in 1905.
Oh, yeah, I remember
You remember
that?
that?
My dad came home from work.
Did
Brought
you
a
go
copy.
Variety?
Yeah, brought Variety. He said,
Wow.
get out there and start hoofing.
Yeah, Majestic Theater in New York City becomes the first in U.S. to employ women ushers.
Wow. I remember that.
Yay.
18 what?
Birthdays today. Benjamin Bratt's birthday is today.
Happy birthday, Benjamin.
I saw him once when he was with Julia Roberts. They were like standing on our corner.
Was he nice?
They were very entwined.
Entwined?
Yes. William the Refrigerator Perry's birthday is
The
today.
fridge.
Yeah, it's his birthday.
Oh, my.
John Tenney. Do you know who he is?
No, who is he?
He's from New Jersey,
Oh, cool.
from Princeton, New Jersey.
Yeah.
He was in the series Brooklyn South,
Oh, cool.
and he was married to Terry Hatcher. That's
Well,
why I call
But
him.
of course.
I know who she is. I don't
Okay.
really know who he
I don't know
is.
who he is.
You know who she is, right? She was
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the Desperate Women.
Superman.
Desperate Women.
Or Super Kid.
Desperate Housewives.
Desperate Housewives.
No, but wasn't she in Smallville?
Desperate Women.
Lois and Clark.
Lois and Clark, thank you.
Oh, she was Lois?
Wow.
Yeah, she was Lois. I just know her.
Howard Stern used to like
I know her.
fantasize about her all the
Desperate
time.
Woman.
Yeah, and then she was a
Elaine
Desperate Housewife.
Boozler's birthday is today.
Happy birthday.
Liv Ullmann. Do you know Liv Ullmann was born in Tokyo?
No.
Did you know that?
Well,
I
but if you
didn't know
hum a few
that.
bars.
I know she was always like,
I did not know that.
yeah, she was born in Tokyo. Margaret Mead's birthday is today.
Okay.
Jane Austen's birthday is
Oh,
today.
Jane.
Ludwig von Beethoven's birthday is today. Gosh, wow, what would we have done without Beethoven?
Roll over, Beethoven.
Catherine of Aragon, the first wife of Henry VIII. So she is lucky. She got divorced.
Yeah.
Good for her. Her birthday is
Anybody that
today.
gets a divorce is lucky. But
We're not going there.
Am I jaded?
Angels. No, you're not. You're a realist. I always just wonder how they do it.
I don't feel like a painter, but
Angels, people who passed away on this day, who we are fortunate to have with us today. Dan Fogelberg.
oh yeah.
Such a sad story. He died of prostate cancer.
Yep.
I always thought you can't really die of that, but you
Oh
can.
yes, you can.
He died at 56 years old. Jennifer Estes. I just felt she deserved a call out because she was an activist and a producer, and she founded the project ALS.
Oh.
She died at 40 years old. Mwah.
Oh,
God
geez.
bless you, if there is a God. Madeline Rew, the actress from Star Trek. I had to say her. She died on this day, and I never even liked Star Trek, but you know, that's just me. Nicolette Larson, another sad, it takes a lot of love. You remember that?
Sure.
She died from a brain seizure at 45 years old on this day. I love that song.
Wow.
I know.
Is that a Neil Young
She had-
song?
no, it's gonna take a lot of
I could have
love.
sworn he wrote that for her. But
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe she had that long braid. I always have long
it's
hair.
great. It's great. Great
Fantasy.
song. Great.
I know.
version.
Nicolette Larson, you're here today. Thank you. Samuel Lipman. Anybody know him? He was a music critic.
Of the Brooklyn Lipmans?
Maybe.
Yeah.
He might be. Anton Koolhaas, the Dutch writer who wrote Snow White,
Ooh.
died on this day. Lee Van Cleef, the actor from The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. That's like one of the best titles that ever happened. And I can't.
That's our family reunion.
It's everybody.
Yes.
Come on. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. That's just the best movie. Paul Castellano. We all remember him,
Oh,
right?
Paulie.
The day he was shot dead at a New York restaurant for being the
Sparks, right?
organized crime chief.
Yep.
This happened on this day, right before the holidays. Look at that.
Wow.
What a happy family they had that year. Here's a biggie. Colonel Sanders, the original Colonel Sanders, known as Harlan Sanders,
Yes.
passed away on this day.
Mm.
He said that he had that recipe and he knocked 1,999 times, and people said, "No, we will not make your chicken." And then the 1,000th one said yes, and that's how he said he became Colonel Sanders. He could have been lying, but I feel like he's a very nice man to share that information. So keep trying, whatever you're doing. George, a goose that lived to 49 years and 8 months, died on this day.
Oh.
William Somerset Maugham died on this day.
Mm.
And then another, Ludwig August Lebrun, a composer, died at 38. Now, is that Ludwig van Beethoven? Did he die on his birthday? He died really young, right? Why are there two Ludwigs? I just don't understand. But
It was a popular name.
back in the day,
It's German for
must
Smith.
have been. Well, that's enough of that. You ready to meet some people?
Hell yeah.
You want to push a button?
Sure.
All right.
Let me see.
We'll be right back.
Good evening.
Rew. Uh-huh.